Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Well, fish cannons are definitely working. Okay, headpad machine should be working. You know what? I think we are good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Dear me, we are here in the den. I have a great idea for a thing I want to draw. So we're gonna be doing that today. So, hi, hello, welcome. Okay, I'm very excited to work on thing. Okay, we gotta do the Stremmer thing first, though. Yep. Hello, welcome in, everybody. All right, so here's the plan. I got a thing I want to draw. This is what we're working on today. I don't know how much we're gonna get done. At least 3 lines. Are we good to go? Okay, listen. So here's the thing, Phoenix. Thank you very much for subscription. So I think my notifications for like subscriptions. No, there they are. I love it.
Are we good to go? I smell the scuff. It's in the air. Like this Feesh.
So, all notifications are gonna be a little bit delayed today. Thank you for the Feesh. But yeah, Phoenix, thank you very much for subscription. I appreciate that very much. So, there's a thing. There's a thing I want to work on today. I will explain properly. But yeah, for now, it's Friday. Welcome in, everybody. It's very exciting. We made it to Friday. We're gonna be doing some art today. I'm very excited. Yeah. Okay. So the scuff, not my fault. So it's not ideal, but it's out of my control. All right, let's do some hellos, and then I will explain the plan for today. Phoenix, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Torres, hello. I've got Frost King, hello there. Welcome in. Okay, wait. Warn me. You gotta warn me. That's very ticklish. Stop that. Anyway, Vanikin, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Gumpy, you troublemaker, welcome in. We've got Oni, hello Oni. Kyron, welcome in. Glad to see you today. We've got an invert, hello invert. Sissy, welcome in. What do you mean no warnings? I think that's just polite, really. Anyway, okay, so I was thinking, like, what did I want to do for today's stream? Actually, before that, so today I, instead of doing, like, commission work or something that I probably should be doing, like working on game stuff, I was actually working on fixing new outfit, the fabled new outfit that was promised forever ago. How many months ago even was that? I don't know. Also, what is this? You get out of here. Shoo. Okay, anyway. So, working on new outfit. 6 or 7? Has it been 6 or 7 months since the charity event? No, it hasn't been that long. You shut your mouth. It's like 2 or 3, right? Right? Has it been that long? Hold on, I can look this up. How long has it been? No, it was like it's only been like 3 months. We're fine. Okay, oh, okay, meme number, sure. Okay, no, that's fine. You are excused. But no, like I was doing a panic. If I had made it last. Listen, I feel bad, okay? You guys are fabulous, and I said outfit would happen, so outfit is going to happen, okay? But It's been like months already. Alright, listen. I want to get it done by my birthday. I think that would be really cool to debut outfit on birthday. I think that'd be really nice. Yeah. I think we gotta do something cool. Oh my gosh, my birthday is actually coming up. Hey, I should plan for that. Also, that would probably be good. Okay, why do I have these thoughts when I'm streaming and not, like, other times? Anyway, so, birthday coming up. I would like to get, outfit done before then. Also, hi Don, hello there. Glad you could make it today. So yeah, so, progress is being made. I think you guys will be pleased. I remembered about some other stuff I want to add to models, so that's gonna be exciting. Probably. So I panic? Well, I mean, I do panic a little bit when talking to people. Perhaps. Maybe it's more like I try to think of news and then tangential thoughts lead one to another. It's fine. Why does time fly? I mean, I feel like time is actually a bird, and that's why it flies. Hello, hello. But sometimes it like goes really slowly, and that's when it's like nesting down and eeping. Probably. Ivan, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Alright, so today we're gonna be working on picture. Are you time? Are you? Is it your fault? Stop making time go by so fast. I'm looking at you. But no, so today. So I'm combining some of my hobbies in this picture, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, everybody throw things at Phoenix. It's their fault that time misbehaves in this manner. We now have the culprit. Anyway, alright, so let's get over to art, shall we? But yeah, welcome in everybody. Also, we are let's see, we are on the path to the daily sub goal, which I don't have a bar up for, but that's fine. But that's still a thing. If we get the daily sub goal, we will spin the wheel of fate. Hello, welcome in. All right, but it's Friday. Let's do art. I crave the art. I should probably start the draw hand a little bit. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, let us begin. Do I crave violence? No. If anything, I crave art. There's a thing that I desire to do today, and so we shall. Let's begin, shall we? Wow, look. Okay, let me explain. So, this is me. You can't really tell, but this is a fish sandwich right here, right? And then this is me eating the fish sandwich, and then we're people watching. I've talked about this briefly before, but one of the things that I do if I am out and about and I have to sit for any length of time, I pull out a sketchbook and I start drawing people. I'm a menace. So that's what we're doing. We're eating a fish sandwich and doodling. Yeah, well, okay, I finished a really cool commission, and I'm like, why can't I have a cool commission with, like, lots of cool detail-y background things, and then, like, why can't I make one of those for myself? So I'm doing a thing for me for today. That's the plan. Yeah, there you go. But also, this is me. This is what I do. So yeah, now you have the backstory for it. Let's get to work, shall we? I draw people, yeah. Well, it's not like I give them the thing. This is like stealthy. I capture their aura, right? And then I have it. Yeah. But yeah, okay, so since we're doing art today, if you guys have... That's a very loud vehicle. If you guys have art questions, do feel free to ask. I will try to explain. Okay, so first order of business, we gotta figure out horizon line. So this is, I think horizon line is gonna be kind of here-ish. And if so, does this work? Because I want like a little outside. This is a bunch of scribbles, but it's a very cool little sandwich shop. That's the plan anyway. I mean, it should work. Okay, let's make an perspective layer, and let's just start there. Yeah? Okay, we actually want to lower the horizon line, which is amazing because that means we can draw stuff further away out there. Beautiful, lovely. Okay. Hello, hello. Gamble Gianpaolo there. Glad you could make it today.
Isla, you should save.
You know, I should save, probably. Thank you. There we go. Try to understand. Well, I mean, if there's something that you don't get with the art stuff, you can always ask. I don't mind. Okay, we need to lower the opacity on this so I can actually see what is going on with this. There we go. Okay, so a few things of note for this. We have such things pointing to character, right? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm lying? Have I fed my fish? I don't actually have fish that eat things. It'd probably be real awkward. You know, I've thought about having fish, but listen, caring for fish, doing that properly, preparing the water and all of that stuff is kind of a lot of work. And also, there's a danger of me probably eating them. More of a photographer. I mean, doing photography is an art form. It counts. But yeah, so we have a lot of stuff that's kind of pointing us to subject matter, and then we're going to increase that by Sir Bubbles. Sir Bubbles is fine. He's fine. Growing attached and not wanting to eat them. Let's not go that far. I feel like I would probably be good with eating them. Get frozen ones. You know what I think would be really cool? They have like little fake aquariums that have little plastic fish that like float around. It's like a lava lamp but with fish. The fish will be fine. Sink or swim. I mean, I feel like if you care for a creature, you gotta do your best to actually, like, you know, take good care of them. Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna have some wonkily perspective here. Let's see, I think we want to have... So this is going to be like a cafe type thing, so we need to have random pillars. This is a big glass wall, is what we're figuring out right now. How to make this look more like... Could have a small... Ooh, that's a very steep angle. Interesting. We could have a thing like this, and then we'd be able to see a tiny smidge of the roof, which would probably help to establish how big this room is. So let's do like this. Okay, so that's how big our room is going to be. Don't really need to finish drawing those, but that's fine. He's fine. Put the thing on throne. Okay, well, I have to find like a good quality one, right? Okay, oh my goodness. I gotta figure out other stuff to add to the throne. I don't know, man. But no, the reminder that the throne exists does help, thank you. But no, listen. Do you eat goldfish? I feel like that's not a creature that you eat. Right? Thank you for hit pets. Okay, so that is like that. We actually need these to be more like this. You eat the goldfish crackers. I mean, those are pretty good. I wonder if... I mean... I could just have a reoccurring, like, snack. They do have, like, fish snacks and, like, dried squids and stuff as, like, a snack food. That could be a thing. Catherine... Time? Wait, are you the one who manages all time and all space everywhere? That's very powerful. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Okay, so have a nice little room now, which is very cool. I should probably move this to its own layer. What did I just do? Okay, that's that. Okay. I know you're excited for this picture, but you gotta make sure that you keep your layers organized, otherwise this is gonna get real messy real quick. Okay, what would you suggest? That's the follow-up question, because Tungsten Cube is the meme one, right? But if it's like the 50-gallon like tub of lube or whatever, I don't want that. I don't need that. I can't put that in the den. You know? Actually, a tungsten cube might be kind of cool. I guess if you suggest stuff, who'd want that anyway? I don't know. Clearly somebody wants 50 gallons of lube. It's a product that's on there. Somebody must need it for something. Okay, let's actually erase this line. This whole line is too thick. Thank you for the brain cell. I shall use that one specifically to keep everything organized today. Yeah, that'll be very nice. Okay. Let's see. We don't need this line. As a matter of fact, we could probably push this out and have this be a part of the roof. I think that'll be fine for now. Let's just draw a bit of the roof, and then maybe we do need this line. Okay, so we have our basic room set up. Okay, is there anything else that we need to fix with the actual room itself? I don't think so. So let's squimsh these two layers together. Then let's clean this bit up. Do I want to do that, or do we want to mask this off? I should probably mask this off so I always know where my corner and floor layer is. I probably won't need to know this, but I feel like this might be information that I might need to come back to at some point. So we're just going to do one of those. Also, why are there 2 lines here? What are these lines? What is this? Oh. The tungsten cube. A sword? Oh, actually, a sword would be kind of sick, though. That would be pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't like swords, though, right? Where would I put it? I'd have to hang it on a wall somewhere. I don't have a fireplace here in the den, so I can't, like, put it over the fireplace. Okay, this line. Why are you wonkily, line? Fine. 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 It's fine. I guess I am cute. That is a lie. That is a lie. Listen, I am very fierce, okay? Fierce only. How dare. Okay, so it's a good thing that we kept our information, so I don't have to redraw that. Lovely, very good. Alright, so we have a nice little environment there. So now we need to figure out... We've got some other buildings that we could draw. We've got... Actually, we have some other... No. That one was the lie. Listen, the redeem, sometimes it tells lies, sometimes it tells the truth. In that instance, it was, in fact, a lie. Okay, let me throw all these other random doodles into a junk folder. And then we need to mark where our horizon line is. There we go. Now we turn this off, and this will be perspective. Are they like super cool cosmetics though? Listen, here's the thing. If you like the game, right? You like the cosmetics, so long as you got bills covered and this is a thing that you will like, why not? Why not? Treat yourself. If you like it, why not? Hello. What'd I do? How do I know? Because I heard the redeem. Also, Rayster, hello there. Glad you could make it today.
Oh my.
Oh,
Studio is really
it's Tank Wars. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Me, Isla. Hello. Can we get a shout out to our Tank Wars, please? What are you guys up to for Stremba? Did you guys have fun? Hi. We're doing some art today. I'm trying to decide what we want to do next, because I kind of have these other like buildings that we need to work on, and I'm trying to decide maybe a 2-point perspective, and then we put our horizon line on the other horizon line, and then we just gotta squish our lines until this will work. Yeah. Actually, I think that'll work quite nicely. Making ref sheets. Oh, you were doing a thing and then you were like, why not do more with this project? I feel that. But yeah, welcome in. We're making a very silly sort of doodle today. This is me, out people watching. I've described this a few times. Well, I think like one other time to the denizens, where if I go out and about and I sit around for any length of time, I'll pull out a sketchbook and what are you good? Are you good? Anyway, but yeah, I will pull out a sketchbook and I'll just start drawing people. So I'm kind of a menace. You can't take me anywhere. I stare at people. It's not a good habit. People are weirded out if you stare at them, but I can't help it. People are fascinating. I just want to draw them. It's a problem. Anyway, so we're doodling my hobby, eating a fish snack, and people watching. That's the stratagem for today. Hunting for a target? No. Listen. It's just people are just interesting, okay? They're just interesting. Also, I kind of want to have like a little courtyard thing here, so I'm thinking maybe we'll have like a little actually, think about the scale of people. We want these to be like maybe this big for like a waist-high sort of wall, perhaps. Just like a little sitting place. I steal people's aura. Wait, no, wait. I just draw it a bit. Listen, it's not thieving, probably. I don't steal the auras. They're fine. No harm done. Probably. Okay, so this is a story, or like one height of a building. We would want follow this line sort of. So this would be about where the second floor would be on this building. So the doorway would actually be like this big. Maybe a little bit wider if this is like a... You know, we had a conversation yesterday about, I don't know if you can go anywhere to get pumpkin pies. So I think we're going to fabricate a restaurant and just have this be a place where you can get pumpkin pie. Why not? Because I can do that. I can just do that. Hello. Tyrant Terrace, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Okay, so we gotta have like a nice entryway. Could actually push this door into like a little overhang a little bit. That might be nice. That seems a little claustrophobic. Actually, we should put the door further down anyway. Right. So this is one of those things where the details, once you start doodling them, they start to gets a little complicated, and at the end of this we're probably going to be blurring this a fair bit, but for now I think this will do it very nice.
Hey Isla, you should save.
You know, I should save. That's a good plan, actually. Okay, let us finish drawing our cool doorway right there. There's like gonna be a doorknob right here. We'll get to that in a bit. Let me save, thank you. I'm just making stuff up now. Yeah, I can do that. It's called creative liberties. There we go. Okay, so we got this building, and then I actually want like another building of some sort, like right here. We're gonna have another little shop, but we gotta change the perspective on this one because I want it to kind of have an angle like this, right? So what we need to do... Wait. room. This will be courtyard. I'm labeling my perspective rulers courtyard. That way I don't get them confused later in this process. Otherwise I would absolutely forget which one was which. Okay, so we set up our how to have you be in perspective the way I want you to. Are you just gonna be like this? How curious. Okay. It's a very interesting building. That's gonna be kind of wonkily, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so we're gonna see a bit of the side of the building here. So we actually need to, let's see. I'm trying to think. What would this building be made of? We're gonna have like the outer layer. It's basically gonna be paint, and then we're gonna have like various bricks, I think. So let's see. Here is waist high. If we travel this way, we probably want rock, big stone texture to be like here. Because why not? And then we could just have normal small bricks. We don't need to draw all the bricks though. We just need to kind of hint that it's a brick texture. Yeah, these are going to be big stones. We'll get back to that later. So then the front of this building, we actually don't have a lot of... We don't actually need to worry about this too many.
Hello.
I do kind of want like a window. This window. Window. Yes, window. It's gonna be kind of wonkily, but let's see if we can do it. One big window for the front of the shop. Make the glass kind of thick. You don't get to see a lot of the detail there, but that's fine. And we'll get back to that later. Stretch and hydrate. Also, Soren, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in. Alright. Let's do a stretch and a hydrate. Alright. Ooh, we got some spines to pop. That's always nice. Okay, does this work, or does this window just look really wonkily? It is a very big window. It looks a little strange because we have it's being overlapped by, you know what, actually make a lot of sense. Okay, hold please. Whilst let's turn off all this, we need color mask. Let's grab. That off. Let's turn this off. Let's make a selection. So those are all of our windows. Let's grow this selection. Let's give it 2 pixels. And then we select everything else. Okay, so now we have our interior sorted, right? Yeah, it's very good. We have the starting of a little courtyard. This building is a little bit weird. I might make this more of an open thing because I kind of want to have a cool tree right here. Big sad? Why? What happened? Did I miss a thing? I missed the arson? Wait, what? Listen, no arson during streaming hours, okay? Listen, we've been over this. Okay, back to drawing our courtyard. Let's see. We need to... Did I miss an hello? I think I did. Oh, that doesn't help, does it? Listen, if I do miss something, just make sure to point it out, okay? Don't be sad. Listen, it's very likely I will miss stuff, but I don't want you to feel left out, yeah? Just be like, hey, I'll check your list of things. Envy, hello there. I hope you do feel better. Headaches kind of suck. May I offer you a scuffed art stream for your troubles today? Yeah, you gotta call me out, especially if I miss something. I miss a lot of things. Listen, it's not personal, I swear. Okay, let's see, we want this one? No. This one. We want this one. Okay, how to make this thing cooler. That's what we gotta figure out. I think let's just make this a reference layer, because I don't really like the line thickness there either. Thank you for head pats. Okay, it's kind of an open pagoda-like thing is what I'm thinking, but we gotta make sure that yeah, I think that'll work. This could be like an outdoor eatery sort of an area. That might be nice. Okay, we got a wonkily sort of a base here. How to make this look correct. No, okay, hold on. Hold the phone. When I said you gotta call me out sometimes, that's not how I meant it, okay? Listen, you can't just go around complimenting kitsunes all willy-nilly like that, okay? You're likely to so okay, stop. That's very ticklish. Listen, you're likely to give them too high of an opinion of themselves, okay? That's dangerous. Dangerous. Yeah. Am I a minged wolf or a fox? I'm a fox. Well, a fox adjacent creature. I'm a kitsune. Very, very magical creature. That's what the hammers are for? To knock me down a peg? Okay, cool. Well, at least we've got some semblance of balance. Good to know that my head trauma is good for something. Do we want long? No, let's do like this. Gotta have cool design here like this. Then do like one of those. Okay, this line is too thick. Let's not do that. There we go. I will take that. Alright, we got a cool pagoda type thingamabob. Or just a shady part of a courtyard. Really? It's pretty solid. We'll take that. Don't really like how this pillar ends, but if you look in the foreground, technically we're covering this up with a plant, so we don't actually need to know how it ends. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. It's great. Kitsunes need higher self-esteem. You think so? I don't know. Sledgehammers are for walls, normal hammers are for nails, and head pats are for me? I do like a good head pat. It's pretty good. Thank you for head pat. Alright, so we have a little courtyard here now. So, we'll probably add some more stuff to this later, but for now we have the general schematic. So now the plan is we need to draw character, and we also need to fill this with like cool little plants and trinkets and stuff. What about tail pats? Listen, give me warning, and then tail pats are great. It's fine, right? But like you gotta warn ahead of time. Listen. It's a process, okay? Learning to accept compliments is not. I'm working on it, okay? It's a thing. It's progress. Slow progress. It's fine. Tail pats incoming. Okay, I'm ready. The anticipation. Is this on purpose? It's on cooldown? Oh, so I don't even get to know when it's gonna happen. Okay, well warn me again before the cooldown, okay? Alright, so let's figure out the anatomy, shall we? I think this looks a little bit weird. Why does it look weird? Absolutely. Thank you again for the raid. Absolutely. Do what you gotta do post-stream. Have a good rest, okay? Advanced class of accepting compliments. Is there actually a class for accepting compliments? Yes and no? You guys are planning arsons now. Well, okay, listen, as long as it's not during streaming hours, you are free to do whatever you would like, you know? Just don't burn down my den. That's all I'm asking. Hello. Ice Cold Fox, hello there. Glad you could make it today. But yeah, welcome in, fellow fox creature. Okay, so let's see. At the back muscles. If the head is this big, which is kind of big head. Let's see, 1, 2.5. Let's see. Room for the neck. Do we actually need to make the... Let's see. This is where the elbow would be. So this arm is actually a little bit too long, unless we want to make the body bigger or the head smaller. Hold on, let's check the initial sketch. Cause like, this looks correct, right? Right? Or does it? It has, but that's okay. Listen, the Strems are here. Whenever you can pop by to say hello. He's good. Okay, so actually, where is our perspective? Hold, please. Let's see. Room. So really... Humma. We might need to do a bit more perspective work on character to make this work. How interesting, how interesting. Okay, so if we use the table to mark where perspective is, one leg would be here, the other would be sort of more like this, but we want to angle this leg down more. Yeah, this arm is way too big. Unfortunate, but let's move in the elbow a little bit. Also... I think the head is just too big. Or nor... That's fine. Yeah, I think the head is going to end up being too big. We also might need to tilt it a little bit more. Perhaps. But for now, let's just make the head a little bit smaller. Does it? It's just not finished yet. I mean, once we add the floof of the hair, right? The hair is very floof. Let's see. Kind of like that. Then let's see, around where the ears are, that's where the ears connect. Okay, how would the... Okay, this looks very straight on. I wonder if we need to angle the face one way or the other a little bit more. It's very rare that you see like a fully... Well, okay, ignore my VTuber model, which basically stares straight ahead, right? But most often, you don't really see people like staring straight at you, nor do you see them perfectly from the side, right? So I'm kind of wondering if we need to angle the face a little more. I mean, I could. I don't have to, but like I could. Okay, I've got to make sure that the head width isn't too wide also. think we do need to move the head forward.
Hey, Isla, you
Wait
should
to wait.
save.
You know, I probably should save. Let me actually... You know why this probably looks weird? No glasses. That's probably why this looks so weird. Okay, let's see. This is the overall size of the head. 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nah, that's good. I'm wondering if we need to change the arm position, because it doesn't really look like... No, we should save. Save first. Saving. We're saving. It has saved. Thank you. Okay, got the squinch. The color of the shirt would be like here. The shoulder might be a little far out, actually. Okay, so we gotta contemplate. I think we're gonna need to adjust where character is sitting so that it actually looks like their elbow is resting on the table, and I think that is a little better positionally. Then we have the other elbow, which will be right there. It might actually be too far back. We'll see how this goes. However, the thing that I was thinking, we gotta have like... Okay, so I have other random doodles in this where... It's actually like holding the sandwich, but I kind of like the idea of like licking off crumbs or sauce from the fingers. I think that'd be kind of an interesting, like, candid thing to happen. Because the goal is to make it look like you just snapped a picture, right? It's not supposed to be like a superposed, you know? At least that's the plan. So then now we have a question of how to get the hand, how to make this look like a normal fit. Well, I mean, it's not super normal, but how to make it look somewhat natural and or normal. It's easy. Oh my gosh, it's the art buddy. Yo, let's go. Hello and welcome, raiders. Izzy, how is stream? Did you guys have fun? Can we get a shout out for Izzy, please? Were you guys doing art? Were you playing games? Oh.
Welcome in. Let's make something.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. So I'm working on personal fun project. So this is, I'm combining hobbies, right? You do some scrungles? Yeah, let's go. So this is a picture for me You can't recognize me because I'm not wearing the glasses yet, but this doing a hobby. So this is me eating a delicious Feesh sandwich, right? And then I have a sketchbook, and then I'm people watching, right? I am a menace to society. I go out and I draw people. Listen. Once we figure out the basic setup, I think the head is too big still. So like we gotta lower the ego a little bit and kind of shrink that head down a bit. I'm a menace. You never know. But yeah, Izzy, thank you so much for the raid. Raiders, welcome in. Hello, it's me, Isla. We do a lot of art here. Occasionally we do like handcam streams where we build stuff. We do games that I think are interesting that like 3 people have played ever. It's great. But yeah, listen, if you guys got a raid and run, do make sure to take care of yourselves, okay? Thank you. But yeah, so step 1 is you get the basic structure of the person. You make sure that the hips work and all that stuff. Then you add the thickness later, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. Wah. No, I agree. Wah. Well, listen. Sometimes you just get a craving to go out and about and like people watch. And I'm like, this would be kind of an interesting thing to just draw. You know, we got cool plants and I can draw like pictures and I don't know. It's just, I wanted to draw the thing, so we're all drawing the thing together. You can't escape. We're all doing it. We're all gonna do it. There we go. You don't like people? That's okay. Listen, I do like people. I'm just really awkward. So like my default is I just kind of awkwardly stare at people and I'm like, that is a very interesting nose. And then they look at me and then I'm like, oh, I should look away because people get weirded out if you just stare at them. It's a thing. Anyway, you want to examine my brain? Okay, well listen, if you got odd questions, do feel free to ask, yeah? I don't mind explaining my thought processes and stuff.
Hello.
Especially if you catch the...
Mark, hello there.
Glad you could make it today.
Oh.
You're used to being watched? Do you think so? Alright, well everybody, it is actually time for the hourly break. So let me make sure that I save. And then let's go do break time. And then we will continue to figure out... We will also stretch and hydrate whilst on break. Yes. Fear not. But yeah, it is break time. So please enjoy break screen and we will be right back. Oh.
studio is really filling up. Okay. Aww. I love it.
Rainbow 453 tailwag flare left. Rainbow 453 heart beams raid. Rainbow 453 heart. Rainbow 453 tailwag flare. Rainbow 453 tailwag flare left. Rainbow 453 heart beams raid.
Hey, Rainbow. Hello, Raiders. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure.
Wow. Okay. And we're back. Hello again, everybody. Rainbow and Fran. Yo, let's go. Welcome in, Raiders. Emmy, Isla. Can we get a shout out for Rainbow, please? Oh, how was the D&D? Did you guys have fun? Were there shenanigans? Did they shenan again? Also, Rainbow, oh my goodness, thank you so much for subscription. I appreciate it, homie. Thank you. But yeah, listen, if you got a raid and run, make sure to take care of yourselves. We are working on a doodle today. How's the Isla? Why is she contemplating at the window? Good questions.
So floofy.
Stop. It's very ticklish. Stop that. Yeah, you gotta warn me first. You definitely didn't almost kill them all. Oh, the DM is trying to kill the players. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Which one of them said too many puns? That's the real question. I mean, we do have head pads. You can do that. You can test. Was it deserved consequences? See, these are the questions that we gotta ask. Thank you for head pads. All right. Okay, a few things. I think we need to move all of this. We also need to make it a little smaller. Was that about puns? Did you as the DM try to unalive all of your players because they were making puns? Or was this like you miscalculated the battle situation? Okay, so I think we have general anatomy sort of figured out. Kicked a beehive and there were a lot of very angry bees. Got it. Now that makes sense. Okay, now we must do the thickening. So if you observe the hips, they do not lie. So this drawing, well, specifically this area, it's not quite where it need to be, really. So we gotta fix this. Okay. Yeah, the thickening. Listen, it's important. Toss the bottle. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Did they have to do an athletics check to see if they caught the nitroglycerin? Cause yeah. Yep. That would do it. Okay, I have made a copy, so now we can edit this without worrying about messing anything up.
Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Slash.
Why?
Cause then it would be a foot.
I mean, you're right though. Just roll for damage. Oh, also, Neon, thank you very much for the Feesh. I appreciate that. Also, I like the joke. We appreciate those too. I also like that TTS lady said slash. Has TTS lady gotten smarter and like doesn't just pause for a long time now? How curious. Okay, so we have, let's see, shirt, belt. Oh, nice. I hope you have a good time with the D&D. I might be playing some D&D with my family. Maybe this weekend. But my DM is very busy. And had to cancel like the last couple of sessions. So I don't know. I don't actually remember what we were doing. It's been so long. Is this the shape? This is not the shape. We do not like this. This is fine. This is weird. Why are you so weird, shape? Good news? What is the good news? What you got? I like good news. Also, we might need to make... I need to slightly change the arm here so that it kind of follows with the... a little bit of foreshortening so it looks a little bit less flat and weird. Oh! This is very big news! Yo, let's go Rainbow! Oh, ooh. Oh my gosh, my homies, that's so cool. Model illustration. Oh, it's officially being worked on. So, you know, okay, listen, there's so many good things. So in May, Jackie is doing debut, and then probably not anytime soon because model stuff takes a while, but Rainbow's getting a new model, like officially gonna do a whole debut thing at some point soon. TM. Why is it difficult? You just take current model and move. Well, okay, here's the problem though. Okay, where the booty at? You don't even see it. How can you debut when it's not? There's nothing. It's not there. It's 2-dimensional. There's no 3 dimensions. That's why it's difficult, Gumpy. That's why it's difficult. Oh, end of the year. Yo, let's go. A thing to look forward to. Also, I think this is weird too. We need to move up we gotta have the mom genes basically. So really we need these to be like this. But then okay, we got the belt. Okay, so the leg is super duper in a weird spot. That's what I'm concluding from this. Which also means that this leg is in like a weird spot. But also, how to sit? Hold on, we gotta figure out a perspective thing because this ain't working. We gotta figure out the chair. Dead as Disco. I feel like I've heard of this. Maybe? But also, that's exciting. I'm guessing you're quite looking forward to the game, yeah? Okay, so chair. How to sit in a chair. Okay, first off, we gotta figure out where the heck this chair even is, right? So if it's like... Okay, so this is like the chair, because leaning forward, right? And then that's like the back of the chair, right? And then... Okay, so let's imagine this is the area that we're trying to sit, right? Well, how to make the hips and everything follow the perspective of the chair? Because like people are kind of squishy and like you can kind of fudge the perspective a little bit, right? But like you kind of gotta at least know where the chair is and where the legs are and stuff. So okay, let's make a new layer and let's grab a friendly pink color. Okay, how to sit in chair. How to sit. Okay, we could either move the chair or we could move character, right? Character's kind of leaning against the table here. I think this elbow is actually still too long though. So that's like fix this step 1, right? Probably we should turn off our perspective layer though. That would be helpful. Okay. So, leaning on elbow. I don't need to be drawing in pink at this time. Do we actually need to scoot character forward a little bit? On the edge of the seat, watching people, observing, being a menace. But definitely leaning on the table, which is important.
Hello, hello.
You know, we should probably do whilst we are contemplating things. Okay, actually I need my perspective ruler back on again. Okay, so to have character sitting in the chair, right? Let us figure out where we actually are on the how to a fun rhythm beat 'em up game. More emphasis on spectacle. Ooh, okay. No, that's cool though. I sound like D and I sound alike. D has ADHD. You know, I have been told that I also have 80 of the HDs. I don't know what that is, but that does seem like a lot of them. So yeah, if there's a reason, perhaps why we might sound similar, that might be why. Perhaps. But also, like, you hang out with somebody and you like the weird vocal idiosyncrasies that they have, right? You kind of pick up on people's the way that they talk, right? What have I eaten today? I have had 2 sandwiches. I ate before stream. Don't worry. Also, I have a hangnail. I've been picking at it while we've been chatting. I should probably not pick at it, but it's right there. I will regret it if I rip this off. It's like a really long one, too. That's gross. Okay, do I have fingernail clippers? Hold on. Yeah, I do. Eat it? No, I'm not gonna eat it. To auto-cannibalism is not the answer. I have clipped it off responsibly. Okay. What do you mean eat it? No. Ew. No. No, listen, we are figuring out where our person is sitting in accordance with the rules of perspective, okay? So this is generally... I did eyeball it correctly. Okay, so using this, we can figure out, like, where stuff should be. I feel like our perspective is a little bit weird. I think we need to turn the character a little bit more. I think that might actually be the problem. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's turn off our sketch layer, but also label it. This is an important layer. Let's also make it purple so I can find it again later. Okay. It's fine, as is. That's fine. Let me also... We're just going to make it very easy for us to see what we are doing. So, here's our perspective line, right? How to make the character look like they are in the scene, but also, like... Okay, so our horizon line was, like, right there. So that means that the character is basically facing sideways or slightly away from the viewer, right? So the problem is that we're trying to draw the character in the wrong perspective. Is the problem here now, probably. So let's try one more time, but have like the shoulder blade number 2 to see just a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. That is not how legs work, but we'll leave that for now. It's fine. It's not actually fine. We're gonna fix it. Okay, so we have that. We need to have... shoulders, with arms sitting on the table. We're gonna actually see a little bit more of the squinch this way, so that's kind of exciting. Let's see, sleeve would be kind of like this. And then we actually need to... I think we see a little bit less of the face. Maybe. Okay, let's check our sizes of things, because there is something wonkily with the hip shape that I'm not a fan of. Why so wonkily? Okay, so ribs. This is like where the belly button would be. Let's see, this leg is also real long. So if you scrunch up and curl up, your knees would hit about like chest level, so like you can use that to kind of guesstimate how long the legs are gonna be, right? Which would be about like that, actually. Gotta have the tails, very important. Okay, sitting in chair, how to show. Also, leg number 2, kind of following perspective a little bit. Okay, so the other elbow would actually be sitting on the table, kind of like right there. I do think I like she's kind of looking out this way, so maybe we will still see the face like this, but also it needs to be a little bit smaller, question mark. Alright, here's the plan. We are going to steal this. We're taking it. We're stealing it. And then we just need to make it smaller so that it fits. But also leaning forward a little bit more. You know, doing that thing where you like slouch over, that's a thing. Okay, follow up to this is we got to figure out how do hands work? That's what we gotta figure out now. we are drawing a menace to society. One who goes out to a unsuspecting little cafe, eats a fish sandwich, and then stays way too long, people watching and drawing them. But yeah, hello there. Also, I missed a hello. Spamton hello there. Glad you could make it today. Listen, if I miss redeems or if I just miss things, please let me know. Okay, I'm like laser focused on odd things. So just let me know if I miss a thing, okay? Drawing, eating hot fish and lie. I only lie if it's funny, okay? You lie for the bit. Come here, you. Listen. I am fierce and nothing else, okay? Just fierce. So obviously I couldn't miss that because it is false. Is that too close? Should I get closer to my mic whenever I do this? Is this too close? Am I making you uncomfortable? Closer? Okay, hold on. Okay, how's this? I think... Okay, this is the maximum amount of closeness until I do this. And then I can stare into your soul. How's this? Is this close enough? This is as close as I can get. Are we good? I got too close. Wait, you wanna tap on my glass? Wait, what? Hey, don't smear fingerprints on my glasses. That's rude. Ooh, we also have a stretch and hydrate redeem. All right. Yo, let's go. Congrats. Listen. It can be difficult. Have you heard about the what is it? 2-2-2 rule or something. 2 weeks is hard, 2 months is hard, and then 2 years is hard, right? But yeah, congrats! That's super cool. Good for you. Continue to do the healthy. Sometimes glasses wearers will give you their glasses as part of their culture. You okay, listen, sometimes it's fun to have people try on your glasses. I don't know about it's a sign of respect in their culture as somebody who wears glasses. I don't think that's a thing, but also like the wow, you can't see anything. You know, fair. I'm thinking back and I'm like, you know, I'm guilty of like handing somebody my glasses and then hearing that exact phrase. Yeah, envy. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Just keep trying. You got this. You know what we could do actually? Oh, I wonder if instead of how do you hold a sandwich? No, hold on. Okay, let me explain. So I was thinking, instead of like licking sauce off the fingers or something, right? I was thinking, what if holding the sandwich? And I'm like, wait, how do you hold a sandwich? How would you draw that so it doesn't look like weird, you know? I swear, my brain works, and I'm having thoughts at the same time that I'm trying to draw them, which makes the words not work very well. But that way, we can actually have, like, the fishtail, like, poking out from inside the sandwich, which makes it way funnier, you know? You look so much better without your glasses. Wow, you also look better without my glasses. Wow. That's brutal. Very funny though. Okay, let's smoosh these layers together. And then if we are doing the eating the sandwich. Oh, you have an emote for eating sandwiches. I need to make one of those. Oh my gosh. Listen, would somebody please, if you are in the Discord, go to stream improvements and put an emote of Isla eating a sandwich. I need one of these emotes. That's so cute. What the heck? It's so good. Takes off glasses. You're so blurry. It's like rubbing the Vaseline on a camera lens, but like in real life, right? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. That emote is adorable. I love it. You know what we should probably draw? We should probably add the glasses. Ah, now it becomes apparent who this is. You didn't know who it was, but now you do because we added the glasses. No longer in disguise. The reverse Clark Kent. Exactly. Okay, however, if we contemplate how glasses wrap around the face, we actually need to draw this slightly differently. Can't wait to try Naomi's patience. Good luck with that. So, oh, that's the other thing. Okay, so listen. We got big news, okay? So, for anybody who doesn't know, I work with some very fabulous beans, and we are making video games, specifically very spicy adult visual novels. And this is actually this week was our 2-year anniversary for releasing Love Sucks Night 2, and we've been doing like a whole bunch of social media posts to like, I don't know, be excited because 2-year anniversary, and we're doing like a bunch of game dev stuff for Night 3, right? Do I eat fishes with a whole do I eat sandwiches with a whole fish inside? No, that would be very silly and not very good. Who would eat fish scales? That would be crazy. No. Anyway, but yeah, so it's 2-year anniversary, so we're doing a big thing just to kind of celebrate, let everybody know that we are alive and like developing Night 3, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that's happening. There's even more cool stuff happening on Patreon, etc. and so on. But yeah, that's the news thing that I kept forgetting about. I'm like, there's something that I need to be talking about, and it's the game stuff. There you go. So yeah, the new features. One of the posts today was hinting at some silly shenanigans and silly things that we are cooking up, basically. But they are vague enough that no spoilers. Yes. But there you go. Okay, I think I'm actually going to move this hand out away from the body a little bit, just because we're kind of losing the silhouette a smidge. So let's see, elbow is like here, and then we've traced that line up here. I think that'll work. Or it won't, and then we'll have to move the arm again, and that will be fine. Okay, one thing, we gotta make sure that we look like a little bit more excited and happy to be like out and about, staring at people, doodling in my sketchbook. I wonder if we should keep the pupil from touching the eyelashes just to make the excitement a little bit more palatable? Palpable, that's the word. Okay, so do we like this? That's the next question. Let's see. Honestly, I think the scaling of things actually works pretty well. Don't know that okay, nope, before we do that, copy paste. Let's get rid of these. Let's turn back on background stuff. We have the startings of chair, but I think we might need to move chair a little bit, and then we kind of need to sort out some of the clothing and such and so on, and also squeamish are not quite this big. Also rib cage not quite that big. Also, the belt would be like here. We've got the shirt. We need to add shirt wrinkle right there. Oh, you played our game? Yo, let's go. Thank you. Did you like it? Did you like it? I would assume that since you intend to play the next game, that you did like it, but it's better not to assume, right? Oh, you like the art? Thank you. Listen, the story is even better. Trust. You wanna know why? I didn't write it. I mean, I helped, but like I didn't write it. How are the spicy scenes? Very spicy. Oh, listen, in my very biased opinion, because, you know, I made the game, or part of it, right? I was integral to making the game. I have a very biased opinion, but in my very biased opinion, it is the best visual novel you'll ever play. That's how you discovered Cambions? Nice. I could say in my biased opinion,
First, yes, the game is very worth it and the scenes are amazing, and second, I know I forgot to ask, but lore-wise, does your OC fight with weapons or magic? Thanks, cutie.
like my VTuber? Oh, okay. So okay, so lore-wise, magic probably, but also lore-wise, I don't get into fights. I am one of those sneaky people that runs around and avoids fights. It's one of those catch me if you can, I dare you, and then I taunt people and I make them really annoyed. Kind of does not get into fights. A Jan skin for Siege? I think the likelihood of that happening is probably very, very low. Secret projects? Ooh. Okay. Listen, while the thighs are thick, I don't know if they are strong enough for that. Low but not zero. I mean, theoretically, nothing has a 0% chance of happening, right? So like, I suppose by that logic, theoretically, there's a low probability, but the likelihood that this is going to be like a great thing for either game, like cross promotion wise, I don't think that would happen. You know? Okay, how to draw this seam. Okay, so I like that it curves this way. That looks good. But then what about on the thigh? How do pant seam work? How does this work? Okay. We've got the pocket. That works. We're gonna have like random wrinkles for the pants. How to make this happen? Is it just like that? Why does it look so
Viola, you should
weird?
save.
You know, I should save actually. Thank you. You don't see Tim? Not at all? Huh. Okay, we should probably draw like the rest of the arm and such and so on. But I think that works. We need a little bit more squimsh, probably. This arm is actually very awkwardly placed. Okay, let me do a copy paste, and we're just gonna not have this arm right there real quick. We're gonna see if we can do these better, and then where is, okay, so this is where this is. If we have arm, okay, let's be honest with our sizes here. And we have the collar from the shirt, like right there. And we have the sleeve. Cloth folding drawing hint? Okay, so let's see. Let me save real quick. Okay, so here is the lowdown on drawing cloth wrinkles. So there are different types of... Okay, so there's different materials. Okay, let's do this. Let's see, material. Okay, that's important. You also need to remember, let's see, material is the first step. Figure out what that is. Next is the type of wrinkle. Finally is thinking about what's under the cloth. Okay, specifically if we're talking about like pants, right? So what you gotta remember, is it a jeans, right? Thank you for the clip. I don't know what it is yet, but judging by the title, that's gonna be awkward. Okay, so if it's pants, right? It's probably a thicker material. So when you have a thicker material, let me just give you a demonstration then. So if you had like sweatpants, like you've got your leg here, right? So let's just draw like a quick leg, right? So you've got your leg. If you were to have like sweatpants, you would have like a bunch of wrinkles, and there'd be tension wrinkles like this, right? They'd be kind of a lot of thin little small wrinkles, right? Because it's very thin material. If you have jeans, you get bigger, chunkier cloth wrinkles, and you do sometimes get the little stress wrinkles, but a lot of the time you don't. So you would have, let's see, especially around the hips, Like, have you ever sat down with a pair of jeans and then like they just bunch up super weird and they do that like really awkward gigantic fold in front of your stomach and your hips? That's the kind of thing you want to think about when you're drawing big chunky fabric. They do big chunky wrinkles because it's a very thick material and it's trying not to fold, right? Yeah, so that's kind of how you want to think about it. Other things to think about when drawing pant legs and that sort of thing. We have a person like crouching down here. You want to think about tension points, which informs you about the type of wrinkle, right? So material, very thick. Type of wrinkles, we have like this material is being squished, so you are getting a lot of wrinkles here. There is tension. The material is being pulled tight right here, which is why we have this wrinkle here, because the material is being caught on the edge of the ankle and is like, you know, that's kind of how you want to think about it. So type of wrinkle, you got a squishy, it's being compressed area right here and right here. This is one of the, what do you call that? They have names, and I'm trying to remember the proper names. This is like a tension wrinkle. I think it's tension wrinkle. But yeah, that is what I would recommend. You just got to think about those things, and then what is under the cloth, right? So why do I bring this up? Well, if you have, let's draw another leg, right? But it's like slightly in perspective, right? So you've got your person sitting here. Well, if you think about the perspective of the leg, you've got the foreshortening happening here. You're going to have wrinkles that cover up the hips like this. And then you're also going to have some weird stuff happening like around the knee joint. But you got to remember that like you don't just want to draw like chunky wrinkles like this, because it might not follow the knee shape that's right here, right? So you want to make sure that you keep in mind the knee shape, and then you probably draw wrinkles that wrap around the leg like this. There you go. I hope that helps. That's not like, listen, three things, just keep those in mind and do iterations. Figure out your material, big, thick, chunky, jean, pant, etc. and so on. Types of wrinkles, all that for free, yeah. Listen, you're doing an art, do a learn, experiment with it, have fun with it, you know? Absolutely. But this is the kind of stuff that I think about, and you can always draw something and then draw it again. You know how I always say that I make new layers? Every time I do a big change or I want to make big changes, I do a copy. I'm basically doing iterations. I build on an idea, and then I build on the idea again until it is done-ish. But yeah, that's how I work. That's my secret. You just keep figuring stuff out. You're like, why does this look weird? And then you figure that out. There you go. Meaning to ask for advice about character sheets? You've been getting bored fast? You gotta challenge yourself then. Or draw something that you really like. There you go. So, is it good to have character sheets for every character? That depends. So, my follow-up question to that would be, what is the end goal with the character sheets? Are you just trying to draw cool characters? You might not need the character sheets. If this is like I'm gonna make a comic and I need to have solid references to always look back to for later, because future Envy might not remember that this character is supposed to have metal boots or something, then yes, that would be very good to have. But if it is just like oh, this is my character that I kind of like drawing every now and again, but it's not really for any project or anything, I don't know. It would depend on if you like making reference sheets. If you like to make them, then just by all means make them. But like, also think about what you want to use them for and if they will be helpful to future you. That would be my advice. Because if it's not like useful for future you, then you could spend the time doing something else, unless you just like making ref sheets. In which case, make the ref sheets because you want to. Do I like making ref sheets? No. No, I do not. Which is why I don't have a ref sheet for my current model. It's overwhelming. Yeah, so I have tried my hand at drawing comics, and I think it is a fabulous way to practice drawing. You gotta work on graphic design with your panel layouts. You gotta work on not drawing stuff you don't need to. You have to draw people in movement and being expressive, right? I mean, isn't that what a lot of people do? They do as I say, not as I do. Well, here's the thing. A lot of that is talking from experience, right? Because they're like, hey, I actually did it this way, but that was a terrible idea, so don't do that, right? You might never get a reference sheet. I mean, listen, okay, I will have some sort of reference thing at some point, probably after new outfit update, because I might be updating some other stuff. Oh, is that a dandy? It's a dandy. Hello, homie. It's the bestest Hans. Can we get a shout out for Dandy, please? Hello, Dandy. Yeah, we're just chilling, eating a fish sandwich. I'm sweating buckets, actually. Sweating profusely. Hot and concerned and sweating. Yeah, thank you. I craved drawing a thing today. It's still very sketchy, but we're in the process of doing a cool thing. So Dandy, I don't know if you know this about me, but if I go out and about and sit down in public for any length of time, I will pull out a sketchbook and start drawing people. I'm a menace. So here's me being a menace. I'm sitting in a shop eating a food and staying way too long because I'm people watching and drawing. I'm like one of those people that like goes to a coffee shop and like works on their novel, but like more annoying because I leave my eraser shavings everywhere. Yeah, I'm a menace. You can't take me anywhere. I stare at people. I stare at them. Okay, well, I do sunburn very easily. Okay, so we have figured out, honestly, like this, now that I'm looking at this again, this does kind of work. I like that. We've got the shirt. I mean, I'm wearing a very baggy shirt, so this does kind of work, but I wish we had maybe just like a slightly different wrinkle right there, so that maybe we could have a little bit more separation between squinch and shirt wrinkle, so that would be good. The collar looks really weird. Why does the collar look weird? Probably because we need to actually draw the edge of it. That would probably help. That all looks fine. Maybe we need to change the shape of the collar a little bit. Honestly, this hair, let's see, hair comes out from the scalp. Oh, Ghost Loves. Yo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. I look like the swiper. I've not been called that before. That's a new one. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I have never watched Dora the Explorer in my entire life. So, like, I'll have to look it up later to see if I do look like this creature. But yeah, welcome in. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Can we get some more welcomes in chat, please? You can't unsee what? What? Hold on, is the resemblance uncanny? I'm not the, no, listen, I am a law-abiding citizen now. I am no longer a villain. I have a fine, upstanding art studio. I don't do swiping anymore. Yeah, don't panic. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain anymore. Listen, that was like forever ago. You guys can't keep bringing it up, you know? Like, am I a swiper? No, Dandy, don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, Dandy. Oh. Dandy donating blood. Let's go. Also, rest up, homie. Oh, I guess it is time. Oh my goodness, it's very much time. Guys, ads are about to start. We're going to quickly jump over to break screen. Everybody enjoy break screen and we'll be right back, okay? Okay.
Alright. Let's continue, shall we? And we are back. Hello again, everybody. Okay, so I feel like we were talking about something before break, and now it's gone. So, yep. All right. So anyway, we're gonna continue working on picture. I think we figured out a lot of the stuff pretty good. We gotta figure out where. Let's see. Other shoulder would be about here. Really, we could draw the other elbow, like overlapping right here. And then how big should this forearm be? Honestly, it's probably good right there. Okay, so now the question. How to draw the sandwich properly, because this perspective looks a little weird. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Danny, please take care of yourself, okay? If you need to lay down, or I don't know how to deal with donating blood. You eat something, drink some juice, and then you just kind of rest for a while, I think. Rest up, homie. It's not candy. It's just rock. The earrings are just rock. Is Dandy streaming and in my chat at the same time? Oh, homie. She is? Hold, please. Bum 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 bum. And once more, hold please. Oh my goodness, Dandy, please. Okay, it's listen. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so anyway. Okay, pause that. We need this up. I need to make sure I have YouTube land open. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm pleased with that. Okay, so what we want to do at this point in time, we need to actually have a chair. I'm not just floating here, right? You should save.
You know, I should save. That's a good plan. Thank you. All right, saving. Listen, you. Come here. They're just rocks. Okay, do not eat rocks. They might look delicious, but they are not edible, okay? Don't do it. How do you draw a chair? Have you guys ever looked at a chair? They're all like weird and curvy and stuff, right? Like if you think about a chair at like a restaurant, right? Like one of those like fancy little eateries. They're so curvy. How do you draw this in perspective? Sorry, they're just so weird. These chairs. Curves, You gotta draw the curves in perspective. I mean, I guess. Well, the other thing is, like, you look at a chair and, like, the base of it's like this, and you're like, okay, sure. But then this part is all, like, angly and stuff, and you're like, well, how do I draw that in perspective? Heckin' chairs, man. Yeah, sorry, I had to get that off my brain, because, like, we have the basics of a perspective here. We could probably grab a new layer, and if we, I need an line to indicate where the top angle of the chair is. Hold on. Okay. So, if we angle this back like this, we would actually have this part like this. Right? That seems so weird though. Is that too angled? That might be too angled actually. Okay, so then here? Here perhaps? Oh! Yeah, please avoid posting links. We do not allow that as of yet. You know, it's weirdly not been that big of an issue, but it's one of those just to be safe things. However, we do have an Discord if you are wanting to post silly links to things. We do have that. Let's go ahead and draw one line, then we turn off perspective layer, and then we're kind of just gonna wing it, I think. You want? We're not there yet. Listen, we're not there yet. There's an order to things. We gotta draw the chair first to make sure that works. So we are not to the part where we draw stuff on the table yet. What do you mean wing it? We're winging it. Gotta have a pad on the chair. We do have like a guideline for the perspective, so like we're not super winging it, but we're kind of winging it. And then this part would roll. Hold on. I need my perspective ruler again. Because we need to know what angle this chair goes at. Yeah, my perspective ruler. Why do you not turn on for me? It's not built for people with tails. Well, that's why we're sitting at the edge. That way the tails have somewhere to go, you see? Listen, this is all planned. This is all planned. That's basically just straight like that. Okay, sure. Okay. Here we go. Candy bowl? Okay, here you go. You know what? We have a plant, we have some candles. We'll have like a fancy little candy dish right here, just for you. It's gonna have grapes on it, as all good candy dishes do. Why? I don't know, but it'll have a grape on it. There you go. And then we gotta fill these with like, oh, what are those candies? They're okay, they'll be like the yellow with the wrapper, the double-sided wrapper. But they're like, they're butterscotch, delicious, right? No, actually, they taste like horrible. So these are actually collecting like a lot of dust because nobody eats them. Grapes are nature's candies. This is true. But yeah, it's gonna have grapes on it and then filled with candies that nobody wants to eat. Okay, let's get back to drawing a chair. Okay, so we're thinking about
how the cushion works. We're thinking about, let's see, this is how that would work. This needs to, we're just gonna cover up the chair with tails probably, but also like we gotta know where the chair is. This is important, okay? You want to know why we need to know where the chair, how the chair do? Also, we should probably put some little wrinkles right there, because we've got the plasticky bit that comes down like this, and then it wraps around the bottom like that. Okay, so we have our chair, right? Well, now we gotta turn on our perspective layer, because we gotta draw the leggies. Where is this thing? Okay, so we need this. We're going to make you not blue for a moment. We need to erase. No, I think we can leave all those. Okay, so we have keep away from birds. Strawberry ones. The strawberry ones are good though. That's why I'm not drawing the strawberry ones. Oh my gosh, I love those strawberry candies. They're you get through the hard bit, right? And then it's like gooey. That's a winning candy right there. So anyway, here's where the legs of the chair connect, right? And then you got to think about, well, how are they? Do they just go straight out like chairs do? No, because chairs don't have legs that go straight out. If you look at a chair, they have legs that do like this, or they do like this, or they do some manner of tomfoolery where they have like the connecty thing like this, and then like chairs are so weird, man. Sorry. Just I had to rant about that, but like this type of chair, I'm thinking would have like weird angle, like stuff like this. So then it would be like this, and then we wouldn't actually see that other leg right there. But yeah, they're all like stanced up, like weird. It's just listen. I just stare at things. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, you look at things, you look at everyday things, and then you're like, huh, how would you draw that? And then you think about it too many probably, but that's my excuse. Anyway, so now we have our perspective for the chair. We need to turn off our line right there, and then, man, if we drew another chair, how would that work? Spread the weight more to support the weight. I mean, that makes sense, yeah. What? Huh? What? What are we looking at? The tails? Listen, we have a gap planned for the tails, okay? Probably this entire chair will be covered by tail, but the important thing is that we know the chair is there, okay? But yeah, there's room. I've already started where the tail connects to the hips, right? We've got it. Don't panic. I'm glad you enjoy the redeem. That's why it's there. Okay, so now the tricky part. Okay, so now the hard part is figuring out where's the floor? I mean, like, we have our line for the floor, but like how to figure out where the floor is so that everything is actually scaled correctly. Okay, let's turn this off, and then you need to be blue again because we don't need to see you for a second. Okay, so we have the room figured out for the most part, right? We draw the table to... Okay, hold on. You become less opaque. Alright, so we have this. This goes back into the distance. This connects there. So this is where our wall is. This is how big the room is. We draw a line down from there, right? And this is where the floor is. And then we take that line. Oh my goodness. And we can draw like this. And if this is where our person is sitting, this is where the floor is. So our perspective is actually really bad. This chair does not work at all. Has problems. Okay, how to fix then? I'm gonna be honest, I'm very used to the noise. We're very focused. I didn't even hear it. I mean, we are on the edge of the seat, but also, like, technically, if we were to be in line with the chair, it would be like this, and then if that is the case, chair legs would be... If we extrapolate up a little bit... chair legs would be kind of here-ish. Okay, so now the question is, can we save the chair? Can we use it? Can we fudge the perspective and just have our chair and just kind of move it up a little bit? Would that be cheating? Would that annoy me? I mean, it's pretty close. We could probably change like a couple of lines, because like this is fine. That's still in perspective, right? This line and this line need to change. What? Okay, hey, hold on. Make it blue. And let's turn off that layer. And then we, okay, so this needs to be more like this. This line needs to be more like that. Alright, where is my chair layer? Hold on. Nope. Does that work though? It's like so you know some restaurants and or cafes have like fancy window seating, right? I don't know, I figured it would be something like that, right? But yeah, this is why perspective can be very tricky, because you're like, okay, well this works, but then it doesn't. Like the scaling can be off on things, right? Tilting it away from a viewer.
Let's make some.
So theoretically, we could do that. However, also, Felix, hello there. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. All right, so to tilt a furniture, which nothing is like perfectly lined up in grid formation, right? Thank you, I appreciate that. But also, I'm very fierce. Only fierce, yes. But yeah, thank you. Also, Kitsune, so fox adjacent. Just, you know, more tricky. But I have like, you know, the more tails and stuff. So there is that. But we don't talk about that. Okay, so Let's turn back on our sketch layer. Honestly, let me copy the sketch layer and then let's get rid of this stuff for now. Here we go. It's just a little too chaos. Okay. Okay. I was warned about the tail pats. Got it. Thank you. Okay, so this works. We just gotta figure out how do we want to angle the leggies. That's the thing.
Beautiful together.
So
Floofy.
okay, no wait. I was warned. It's just a little ticklish. Just a bit. Okay, now we survived. It's fine. Also, Turbo Dave. Okay, so my brain immediately goes to, I don't know if you have seen Wreck-It Ralph, but whenever I see Turbo now, that's what I think of. Which is a very funny mental picture for me. Anyway, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. All right, how to draw the legs? Do we want them to be angled? Do we want to just kind of sort of fudge it a little bit? Like, it's not perfectly in perspective. Like, it's kind of fine. We could just draw the legs off the thing and just leave it at that. Listen. You're new here. You don't know the rules. It's fierce. I am only fierce. Nothing else. Yes. All of the denizens will agree.
Fine. You got me. I am fierce.
There it is. The truth. Bam. There you go. Ah. What did I do? I didn't deserve that. Have I done anything fierce? Listen, we are against self-incrimination here, so I decline to answer. Oh, yo, making a tabletop RPG map. Yo, let's go. That sounds awesome. Listen, if you like tabletop stuff, if you like D&D, may I recommend that you check out my homie Rainbow Roost. He actually is running a campaign and streaming it. He's very good DM. Would recommend. Oh yeah. Ah, thank you, Mod. There we go. There he is. Get him. Follow that man. Get him. But yeah, have fun. Hopefully the map making goes well. Okay, I'm stalling because I don't want to draw legs. Help? No? Help? Get appreciated and followed, nerd. We should just draw stupid legs. Okay. Do we want them to be thin legs, or do we want them to be more better legs? Probably thin metal? No, let's make them weird. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. We copy, we paste, we look, and then we're just gonna do this. Which way did I flip this? Flip horizontally, please. There we go. Alright, and they're kind of in line with the original thing that I had, so that works, right? Refusal to answer. Whoa. Listen, I am innocent until proven guilty. You don't have any proof. You got no proof. You got nothing. You got nothing. I am an innocent studio person. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Okay, so how... Actually, how big does this chair need to be? The scale is still a little bit wonkily. I'm going to kind of eyeball it. All of my maths are a little bit off, but we're just gonna eyeball it, I think. We're gonna put our legs on this line right here, where we... Actually, no, that is where the floor is. Ha! Okay, we're putting the chair leg right there. That'll be fine. Nope, that's too much erasing. Again, this is probably all going to be covered up by tails, but we must know where the chair is. Because what if we see like a chunk of the chair legs, you know? Ah, we need to probably draw the rest of this leg. Okay. That is my most it's good enough. I'm not... Well, it's alright, I guess. It's fine. Is it fine, though? Why does this chair leg looks weird? Okay, hold on. We gotta figure out why it looks weird. Okay, so first we erase this part, then we make sure that we draw like this. We think about how wide the chair is, which is this line. Yeah, actually this line. So then if we draw straight up, let's see, got our square. So actually this leg, yeah, it is too far over this way. That's why it looked weird. Okay, does this leg look weird? We should probably figure that out whilst we are here. Okay. If you are here, this is here. Other side of the... Let's see. Is it just all the way over there? Really? Okay. Okay, so this leg is like... It's not exactly in the very edge of the thing. So this would be like here. So if we drew out from there... Is that how that would be? I think that's how that would be. I think this one looks... That one looks lined up. This one just looks a little bit off. Just a smidge. But that's fine. We can fix that. Boop, 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 boop. Let me check where it's supposed to sit. Yep. I look like the red panda from Turning Red. You know, I haven't actually watched that movie. I've seen like various clips of it. It looks very cute. But I haven't actually watched the movie. Do I look like a red panda? Is it because of the hair color? I definitely don't have a bean mouth. It's probably the hair color. Okay, guys, we've successfully drawn a chair. But, well, mostly. Honestly, I kind of wonder if we should... If we angle this in more, it's gonna look weird. It's fine. Probably. It's fine. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. The real question is, do we draw another chair? Because, like, there's gonna be another chair, like, right here. Oh, is that a crease?
Oh, this dude is really filling now.
It's crease. Oh my goodness. Hey, do you guys know of Chris? Fabulous bean. Does a lot of music, does art, very cool. Are you doing music? Hello, Chris. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, it's me, Isla. You don't have a raid message? Quick, make up a raid message. Sounds like a mini-legged footstep. Wait. Hold on. Oh yeah, welcome in. Hello, raiders. We're doing some art today, but you did just do a whole stream, so if you need to take care of yourselves, do feel free to... That's the raid message? Yo, let's go.
This video is really filling up.
That's a very good raid message. Oh, SD! Oh my gosh! Hello, raiders! How was stream? Do you guys have fun? Chris, thank you for raid. If you need to raid and run, do make sure to take care of yourself, okay? We got so many homies in chat today. This is exciting. Hello, everybody. Listen, I have good news. We have successfully drawn a chair. Wow, chair. But yeah, hello, everybody. It's me, Isla. I do a lot of art. I sometimes do hand cam streams. We play a variety of video games. There you go. But yeah, if you got a raid and run, make sure to take care of yourselves. If you want to hang out and just yap and do art, that's what we're doing. But yeah, welcome in. It's Chris. So, a bit about these two beans. Chris does music, does art. Very cool bean, very chill, very, how to say this? It is very cultured. Chris is very cultured, everybody. If you know what I mean. Very, very cultured individual. See? She very cultured right there. Also, D, very, very musical. Recently released a new EP, original songs, right? Whamming, pretty, right? But also, D is one of my besties. I love this homie forever. I might perhaps have a small, little D right here. Yes. But yeah, if you do not know who these beans are, please make sure to follow them. You will not be disappointed. Trust. Mods, yes, thank you for getting the thing. You can listen to D's original music. And by you can listen to it, you should. Do it now. This is your homework for today, okay? Go forth, listen to the music, and then go swing by Chris. Chris, do you have stuff? Chris, you have your music on YouTube, right? TTS lady says tilde now. Oh. I look like the fox from The Fox and the Hound. Yeah, I could see that. It's on YouTube and some is on Spotify. Okay, Chris, you want to grab a link to your YouTube with your music and then let one of the mods know so that you can post the link, yeah? Wait, you did do a song today? Oh no, I missed it. But also, D, thank you very much for Feesh. I will eat them later. It'll be delicious. Have I seen what? Have I seen this Isla or this fish? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Mods, can we get link perms for Chris, please? Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, post it. Give us the link. Yeah, because I'm gonna be looking at that later. Probably don't play it now, though. No. Okay, we're not playing it on stream. Go observe. Go watch on the YouTubes. There we go. Bam. VIP can post link. Oh, well, then I guess you didn't need the link perms then. but have them anyway. There you go. To want to, honestly, that's fair. But yeah, go observe, go look at the musics. It's very important. We got two very musically gifted people in chat. Probably more actually, but these are the two that I know of. Nobody can post Zelda. She really needs to get a better PO box, really. Anyway, okay, so we have finished drawing a chair. I'm not sure that I'm happy with this chair, but we're gonna leave it. Probably we're gonna cover it with tails. That's fine. All right, let us return to. You know, I have made a thing that will be very. I want to plant right here, but if we draw, we gotta draw ellipses in perspective. Do I want to do that now? No, not really. How about... Do I want to draw a chair? We need another chair. We're gonna have to put another chair right here. Otherwise it's gonna look weird. You can't just have one chair. You gotta have something else in the foreground right here. Simple is best. I mean, we could just wing it and just guesstimate how the perspective would work. We could do that. It probably wouldn't be the end of the world if I did that. All right, so let's do some perspective shenaniganery. So basically, we have our perspective layer turned on. We just need to make like a grid pattern for us to work with, and then we can kind of just fudge the details on how the surface of this counter will work, and that will be fine. We're gonna kind of fudge it a little bit. We're gonna use our powers to make our life easier, and then we're gonna try to not regret our choices later. That's gonna be the stratagem. All right, so now here's our lovely surface. Treat it like a scrunkle, but detailed. I mean, it doesn't quite work that way, but we can try. Alright, so we gotta think about the type of plant that we want, and we also gotta think about what type of cool vase is it in. We gotta think about that as well. Alright, so we have our square here. If we do... Let's see... We think about the ellipse like that. That should work. And then we have... going up like this, but now we gotta figure out how does the... What building? It's like a little bakery, yeah. Well, I mean, here we are in a bakery, an eatery, right? We're looking outside the windows because that's what you do, right? Eating. Oh, it's thinking. Oh, don't freak out. Hey, it's been a while since I've saved. Hold on. Okay, we're saved. So anyway, we're eating a fish sandwich and we're looking out at people. So D, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am kind of a menace if I have to sit in public for any length of time. I always pull out a sketchbook and I draw people, which is what this blob of line work is. So I'm being a menace, taking up space in a cafe, eating all of the fish sandwiches and staring at people and drawing them. And I'm sitting there for way too long. That's the story. Or that's me. I stare. I look. Yep. Oh yeah, no, I did actually. Wait, did I? I did this back in the day at Offkai. I'm pretty sure too. Oh, we gotta stretch and thank you. We gotta stretch and hydrate. We do a big stretch to the sound of applause. Love it. Yeah. The arson trials? Me? Oh, I never got caught. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, let me do a hydration real quick.
You want me to be in your RimWorld playthrough? Okay. Absolutely, go for it. But you gotta let me know how I do, right? Like if something crazy happens, maybe I go feral, maybe I become an arsonist. Who knows? We gotta figure it out. But like RimWorld, I haven't ever played the game, but it's wild. It's like watching a really crazy D&D story unfold, but it's got like guns and robots and stuff. Yeah, I've heard it's fun, but I think I would go crazy. It's like one of those management things, and there's like 12 layers of menu deep that you can go, maybe more. I don't think that's a game I would like. When people ask, do you ever get the feeling you're being watched? It's because you are being watched. By an artist. Probably. Tortured artist past with a pyromaniac trait. Alright, bet. Let me know how things go. By me? No. Okay, so we have plant. What we need to do now is go back to our this layer, and then we need to turn back on perspective layer, and then okay, contemplate. Actually, we could just extend out our perspective grid just so that we have an idea where all of the stuff should go, right? Are you making these lines correctly? I think so. We just got some, it's just a weird perspective grid. But I think that should help us to figure out, because this circle, this ellipse is gonna, this one is gonna be really thin. So that's gonna be a thing. But we gotta think about, let's see. I should probably turn off the perspective grid. Don't need that. That is the wonkliest ellipse. It's fine. Isla, it's fine. Isla, you can have a wonky ellipse. I don't want a wonky ellipse, though. A wonky ellipse is a treat. Is it a treat to have a wonky ellipse? What if it's all I see when I look at this, like 3 days from now, and all I can see is the wonky ellipse? Also, hello YouTube land denizen. I don't know when you got there, but hello, welcome. I am very good streamer and I keep up with my chat very well. Last time you played RimWorld, character I made did an oh yeah. I mean, listen. Just make sure that your Isla like character has a nice rock to live under, and she will probably be happy. The treat is time. I mean, you are correct. Okay, so how to... We also want... Let's see. Something kind of like that for vase. Gotta have a cool plant vase, right? Look, guys, we have drawn an vase. Wow. It's... Well, there it is. Should you start a new colony? Do you want to start a new colony? Do it. A draw session at a convention? Yo, that would be sick. I would absolutely love that. You like our flower pot? It's a little wonkily. A bit. But we're gonna fill it with plant. And then I don't know what this is. I think this is another plant? I think we're just going for plant. We just need all plants. So this one we're going to be a lot less stressed about because it is going to be sitting on the table slightly away from the thing. It's fine. But we are going to have, let's see, plant. Just plant. Look at that, we covered up some of the wonkily bits. And then if we want to have like let's see. If we want to have like little candles, we can kind of fudge those a bit. Maybe conveniently cover up the rest of the wonkily flower pot. That would be cool. And since it's like a little candle, we can just kind of cover up, just kind of make up the perspective on the top bit, and that will be fine. We should probably have a cool, like, candle holder thing for this to sit in. I think that would be very nice. Kind of like one of those things. That would be cool. Do you get a small plate of treats? What layer was it on? Okay, where did I drew a little I drew a little candy dish that had grapes on it, and it had little candies in it. So there was a thing right here. I don't know what layer that's on. Did we delete that? No, it's on this layer. Okay, we found it. Here we go. Okay. Done to your own layer. There we go. But also, you can't just have one candle. You gotta have two. That way the candle has a friend. But you gotta make it smaller so that it fits in with the perspective, okay? But then you like shuffle it a little bit so it's not quite perfectly in line, right? Oh, is that a koi? That is a koi. Hello, homie. Welcome. One singular croissant. Do you want a croissant? Okay, we gotta add one singular croissant for the croissant. Okay, so we got the sketchbook here. We're gonna have like a drink right here. This is where the Feesh sandwich is. So I think to have croissant, we're just gonna have like a napkin right here. And then we're just gonna have like a lovely croissant like right here. On the napkin. We just grabbed one. Yeah. Here's your croissant, D. Oh, you have? Oh. I haven't seen those. So, just recently, it has come to my attention that Tomodachi life is like a thing. And I'm kind of fascinated by it. I went to the shop to get a croissant. Croissant! Mimic what sound? What sound? The croissant thing? Because it's such a good meme! It's so good. Listen, I about died laughing at that so many times. Just different characters, and they would always do the very dry, I went to the bakery to get a croissant. Croissant? Like, it's... Listen, it's funny. It's funny. I can't help it. I wish I could make a higher pitched sound to make the croissant even better. Maybe someday. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna draw a cool little candy dish with grapes on it. I think we're actually going to move it like this way. No, croissant, you gotta stay over there though. You're part of this stuff. Oh, a fish. Thank you.
saving. The epic fantasy art. Is that the... Let's see. Is that the one where the dude is like offering up the sword? And then there's like the thing like this. Is this your favorite meme format? Because this is also a really good one. This also the art for this is it's so good. It's so good. This one? Ah, yes. It's so memorable. So good. Okay, we haven't drawn our plant yet, but let's combine. Let's actually need to overlap our... Do we need to overlap our shapes a little bit? I think we need to overlap our shapes a little bit. Also, we should probably make this candle not look perfectly identical to the other candle. Just a little bit of a difference would be good. Okay, lovely. And then we squinch the layers together. Then we can get rid of some of these wonkily lines there and there. Very good. All right, so squinch layers together time. There we go. And new layer. How to draw this candy dish. We're talking about memes that we find particularly funny. For some reason, the like, I went to the bakery to get a croissant. Croissant! Like, that one for me, like, just was so good. And then we were talking about the sword and the epic fantasy, like, art one. Like, this is also a really good one. It's a very good meme format. How to draw, because we could just draw like a normal little tray, but I'm thinking like if we drew like a triangular one, that would be kind of cool. Draw the triangle. Kind of like that. And then we think about if you extend up all of the sides of the thing, right? Then you have a tray that's kind of like this, right? And then you gotta think about, oh, if it's glass, how does that work? I am fascinated by, there's like, okay, so I go treasure hunting a lot of the time, right? And I see these like, these types of candy trays, and they have like grapes or bees or random design work, like flowers and stuff. And like some of them are like super extra ultra shiny. And I'm just like, how to draw that? I think it had little ruffly, bumpily edges. So that's like step one, right? Also, let's cut out the background a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing. Do it like this. Would that look like that? Okay, so this side, the bumplies need to be shorter because this is our shortest side. Wait, what do you mean it's been an hour again? So, wasn't it just an hour? Okay, then we gotta figure out how to draw the grapes. So we need like a leaf, and then we just need like some circles on here, probably smaller circles actually, to make it look like grape. That doesn't look very good. Okay, how to make this aesthetically pleasing? Let's see. And then another leaf, and then
Actually, we could grab this, copy, paste, flip. Now we have 2 grapes. I think we do need to move you just a little bit. Make it angled a little bit. There we go. And 1 leaf. Right there. There it is. There's your grape pattern on your bowl. Okay, it is break time as a matter of fact. So, you know, I think I want to draw a bit more after that. Best thing though is light blue. So if you use Clip Studio, YouTube Blend Denizen, hit Control B and it automatically makes the layer blue. It's so good. But yeah, okay, it's break time. Let's very quickly run off and do that. Everybody, please enjoy break screen and then we'll be right back. Bam.
Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together. Oh.
Alright, we have survived break time. Let's keep on keeping on, shall we? Wah. Alright. Hello again, everybody. The Lady Phoenix. Oh my. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Listen. I know this is we barely know each other, but like I gotta introduce you to somebody, okay? But yeah, welcome in, new denizen. All right, so I was looking at this, and this looks a little weird. I don't think it quite follows our. I mean, it's a weird triangle thing, but I think this part is just a little bit wonkily, so we're actually just gonna smoosh it down a little bit, and I think that's all we need to do there. Okay. Okay, so now let's turn off this one, and then let's squish this layer into this layer. And if we think about let's see how to draw sketchbook in perspective. So this is kind of I'm just trying to keep in. Oh my goodness, Phoenix, you can share. Not you, the new Phoenix, the old Phoenix. You can share. You can share.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
You know, I probably should save, actually. Thank you. Also, Jericho. Hello there. Welcome in. I don't know if I would go that far. Do you think immortal beings would be upset at being called old? Or would they just be like, yeah, and? Okay, does this look weird? It looks a little bit weird. But we now have a baseline for things. It's free real estate. Depends on the being, true. Can you imagine, like, how a 1,000-year-old vampire, right? And, like... So, okay, so listen. For me, I'm like 694, almost. Ah, man, birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be 695. That's crazy. Anyway, so like, just imagining. Like, I have much less. I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Okay, listen. As you get older, you get less emotionally intense about things. You either gain more chill or you gain more heck it, right? Aw, thank you. But also, let's not talk about viewer numbers, yeah? It's one of those weird stream etiquette things. But, like, it's also one of those nobody ever talks about it things. So it's one of those don't talk about it, but also you don't know about it things. It's a weird one. What? Oh, I guess there was a stretch and hydrate. Okay. I mean, if I don't, are you going to throw more fish? You will? What if I don't then? Huh? Wait. Okay, fine, I'll do it. No, stop. No, wait. Okay, wait, no. Ow. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm stretching and hydrating. Stop with the violence. Listen, I'm stretching out my drawing arms. It's fine. I'm sitting up straight and properly. We're good. Let me do a hydrate. Hold on. So floofy.
dare. You gotta warn me. It's very ticklish. I almost died. You gotta practice your violin? Well, that's fine. You can practice the violin, but not the violins. It's a very dangerous instrument. Okay, so how to make tiny sketchbook look like sketchbook? Well, first you make it look like a book. Then you gotta draw some random like people. This guy's gonna have like a big nose and a very bald head. And then we gotta draw a lady with like a fashionable suit. And then maybe like a tree branch with some cool leaves between them, like that. Then on this page, we're gonna have like a random cat that was walking by. And let's see, we're gonna have a mom with like a let's see, she's gonna be wearing sports stuff and have like a crazy fanny pack. And like she's pushing a kid in a stroller, but like she means business. She's got a bob of a haircut. And then reading manga? No, we're eating fish. Yeah. And then this part is blank because I haven't drawn that yet. So now the question is how to draw pencil. Oh, there's plenty of room for multiple verbs. Don't scare people off. Listen, the den is open to everybody. The den is open to most people. Gnomes are excluded. I'm holding a pencil. This is actually a stylus. If I tried to draw on paper with this, I would probably ruin the tip nib thing. Gumpy, I'm not a gnome. Listen. Eventually, you're gonna have to learn to tell the difference, okay? Listen, your prescription cannot be that bad. If it is, you really gotta go see an eye doctor, okay? Okay, now we need to draw... Let's see, let's squinch this together. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, no, I hit the wrong hotkey. I thought it froze for a second, but we're fine, we're good. I'm just gonna save for no specific reason, though. You keep saying that, but saying it more times doesn't make it more true, Gumpy. Okay, so now the follow-up question. This book and this napkin, they're like the same angle. Don't like it. We gotta change it. We can't have the same angle multiple times. That just look weird and unnatural. When you flop all of your stuff down on the table, it's all kinds of different perspectives, right?
Okay. Gotta make sure that we draw the delicious layering of the croissant. I think I'm hungry. I should probably end stream soon and eat a food. But anyway, so we have the croissant on the napkin. We're gonna have a few little crumbs because of course we do. You gotta. Right? And then how to draw a drink. What do we want for drink? Do we want coffee? Would coffee go with fish? Would that be weird? That might be a little weird. I'm holding a writing utensil. I mean, we kind of copied this shape a little bit. Pilk. Oh my gosh. I have never had pilk, but it sounds awful. Okay, checking in with our grid. Isn't pilk just a melted cola float? Not exactly. So you take Pepsi and then you mix it with milk. If it was with iced cream, then you could have some tangential like root beer float thing, but it's not actually root beer and it's not actually iced cream. So like that's a weird one. I would probably not try that one. I know it's like I don't know, it's a meme drink for some reason, and people are actually trying it. I don't know. Coca-Cola floats are a thing. They are. Pepsi is different though. Is it a ratio thing? I don't know. I think it's the milk and not ice cream thing. Yeah, so Coke specifically. Pepsi less so, but all sodas are fairly acidic. And Coke in particular is acidic enough that it will eat rust and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's one of those, like, don't eat too many of it sort of things. Cream does worse with acidic things. True. So now imagine you have milk and Pepsi mixed together. It's gonna be a weird combination, right? You know, I don't know. Is that a type of mixed drink? I'm not familiar with the name of mixed drinks. Okay, so now the question is, do we have a straw or do we just have like a little drink port? I feel like little drink port would be the way to go. But I also kind of want a crazy straw. Do I want a crazy straw? I kind of want a crazy straw. Irish cream with some Guinness. Okay. I mean, so the beer Guinness, or like, I wasn't a fan of that one, weirdly. I like more darker types of beers, and I actually like IPAs as well, but I like more bitter and darker beers. Which the Guinness, maybe I tried the wrong one? I don't know, but the Guinness I tried was very light, and it had very little, like, flavor. Yeah, if I'm remembering right, Guinness is a very light colored beer. Is it? Maybe I had the wrong one then. I don't know. Listen, there's a whole bunch of varieties of things, but I'm pretty sure the one that I had was like very light. think I'm gonna have to look and see. I might have to try it at some point.
Fine. You got me. I am fierce.
There you go. The truth at last. It's very dark. Okay, so I'm remembering the wrong thing then. Okay, cool. Great. I will make a list to try it at some point then. Good to know. Because, yeah, people are like, Guinness is real good. And I'm like, I tried that. Maybe I tried the wrong one. But yeah, I'm very fierce. There it is. Okay, we have drink, currently nothing in it. Do I want a crazy straw? I kind of want a crazy straw. We'll leave that for now. Okay, so now we need to have a little basket or something for our fish sandwich to sit in. So we need to... how do we want to have this angle? We're gonna have one of those weird little like paper baskety things. Right? Is it too long? Is that weird? Is that a weird... Are you a weird basket? It might be a weird basket. It's a little too big. This one. And then you got the folded over bit, and then the other folded over bit. And then, how do you draw? Let's see, they have like a giant square of paper. So you could do like one corner like this, and then you think about where the other corners are like that. And then the other corner would be like this. Oh, we should have French fries as well. Actually, that sounds really good. I think I need to go eat food. I believe we are at critical hunger levels for the stream at this time. So anyway, we have basket. We need to have... Let's see. We've got the sandwich. We need to have... fries. What kind of fries do we want? Probably shoestrings. Little fries. We're gonna be ambitious, and we're just gonna have like a whole bunch of fries that like stick up and out. Probably we'll need to clean this up later, but that's fine for now. Just basket of fries. Beautiful, lovely, delicious. You miss crazy straws? They're fun, right? A chocolate stout? Oh, okay. Phoenix, thank you very much for hanging out. Good luck with work, okay? Alright, I think... this end of the basket looks weird. But I think we'll probably wrap up here. Look at that, we have... This basket looks weird. Why does this basket look weird? Basket, why do you look weird? Become temporarily complacent. Follow our rules of perspective, please. Okay, we probably also need to slap some more like random napkins on the table, just to add a little bit more things. We need things on the table. It's got to look like the space is kind of filled up a little bit. Catch you later. Alright, we're probably gonna add another little plant or something over there. It's gotta be shorter than this one though. But I think for now that should work. We gotta contemplate what the tail's doing, right? Probably we should make a copy of this layer. Then we think about what the tails be doing. So there's like one. Let's see. Might only do like 1 or 2, but like tails they gotta go somewhere. Probably something like that. Or listen, we worked very hard to draw the legs on this chair. What if we only had like 1 tail and it like was flipping up and around the chair? Fire code violation, blocking the egress points. Yeah, that's the, you know me, I like to cause mischief. Also, this is where this leg, or this is. We should probably draw like the rest of the leg. You know, the foot would need to be somewhere around here. That would be good. Having the feet. Yeah. Man, that looks weird. This chair is not, it does not line up properly. Could make the legs taller for the chair. Or, I have a better idea. Listen, I'm going to take a break from this. I feel like we've done pretty good work. We have blocked in a good chunk of the environment. We have cool things on the table, right? Mostly in perspective. I don't know that I like these candles now that I'm looking at them. Probably not. We might swap those out. But for now, I think this is a pretty solid start to a peak tour. I'm happy with that. Probably we're gonna work on this more next week. Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to chatting screen and let's call it here for today. Everybody, hope you had fun. When is my birthday? Day in May. Coming up very soon, actually. So yeah, so listen, okay. I think we have some collabs. Maybe not next week? Maybe next week? I desire to have new outfit for model done by my birthday. So that gives me about that long. That should be doable. Maybe. What day? You know what? Let's go with... Let's celebrate on Monday the 18th. I think that'll work nicely. Yeah. Meh. Very good. All right. All right, everybody, we're calling it here for today. Next week we're probably going to work more on... You could have warned me. Stop. Okay, no. That's very rude. I do not appreciate this. That's uncalled for violence. Picture is Simon's cat trying to hand a fish to a fishing gnome statue. Okay. One last floof for the road. Okay. But yeah, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Next stream will be Monday, most likely, unless something happens, in which case check Discord for schedule and all of that good stuff. If you want to make a fan art, make something that would be fun for you. Yeah? That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. And me. Also, hello again, D.
All right, we raiding out. Let's go see Homest is live. And actually, Homest is live right now. I streamed later than normal. Oh, we got Riao. Let's see. Is anybody doing art? We got a crocodile. Oh man, do we want to raid crocodile? Oh wait, Dahlia's playing Tomodachi Live? Okay, we gotta raid Dahlia. I'm so curious. Let's do. I wasn't even looking at chat. Same brain cell. Let's go. All right, everybody, have an excellent weekend, and I will see you all next time. Okay? Okay. Bye. All right. We will now begin the raid. Let's go visit Dahlia. She's doing a chaos probably. Bam. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Bye.